Hello, it's Oren Prunken, and today I want to talk to you about something that's a little bit contrarian around, particularly LinkedIn, but it actually goes and probably addresses a lot of different things around content and credentials. I see it a lot on LinkedIn, but it's everywhere basically, so I'm just going to use that as the context. Now, I have talked about this in the past, that LinkedIn is a very self-promoting platform, and I don't consume the LinkedIn feed for that very reason. And I got into a debate with someone around content versus credentials, and the context was someone was asking around about how they should go about using LinkedIn. They're just a little bit confused, and lots of people then gave their 2 cents. And I went in and said that pretty much summarized what I've just said. 99% of people that use LinkedIn are using it as a self-promotion platform. They're being their own PR agent. Now, there's nothing wrong with being your own PR agent, and there's also nothing wrong with trying to get significance, telling people how awesome you are. You know, significance is this, a human need. Everyone has it. But one of the best ways to get significance is actually going out and helping people, and then that person telling you how good you are, or that person telling other people how good you are, rather than you having to then justify to everyone else how good you are. It's kind of like the saying, the rich person or the fit person doesn't need to say that they're rich. They demonstrate it. The fit person doesn't need to say that they're fit. They just demonstrate that they are fit. They don't need to go out and justify it to other people. And the same goes with your credentials and how good you are in a professional capacity. You don't need to go tell people how good you are. Look how good I am. I'm freaking awesome. You just be awesome at what you do, and those results show for themselves, and then the people that are affected by those results tell you how good you are, and then they tell other people how good you are, and that's how referrals and recommendations all happen. Now, where I'm going with all of this is that credentials and content are two different things. Now, a lot of people on LinkedIn, but other platforms as well, they create and distribute content around how good they are. The 99% do that. Now, there is a place for credentials, and I'll talk about that with the difference with content. Now, content, in my humble opinion, is the purpose of content is to go about changing people's belief. Content really is just a sales script. It is not selling them on a product. Now, if you think about a customer journey, customers don't just go buy products straight away. They go through a whole bunch of other steps by becoming aware of the problem they have. Once they become aware of the problem they have, going out and becoming aware of solutions to that problem, and then finally becoming aware of particular products that are going to be the best for that solution. And that's where a traditional sales pitch comes in, or a script to then go and sell them on that. I'm not talking about that in terms of content, although content can sell them, particularly on a product. Content usually is around changing their beliefs, allowing them to become aware of their problems, so going from problem unaware to problem aware, and also educating them on solutions that are available to them. So content really is ticking off those parts of that customer journey, and you're really selling them on what is possible. Now, that's not the purpose of this episode, is to tell you what the purpose of content is, but I just want to illustrate that for you. Now, credentials, on the other hand, are telling people, once they have consumed that content, why you are the person to talk about it. What are the justifications that you are the person they should believe? You've helped them change beliefs around problems or solutions or particular problems, and why should they believe you to be the one that's delivering that? Very, very different roles. And credentials, in my opinion, should not be content. You shouldn't be telling people how good you are. You should be in your content changing people's beliefs around making them aware of problems, and making them aware of solutions, and making them aware of products, and overcoming some of those buying objections. So if you are able to go out and do this, in other words, if you are able to differentiate between content for changing beliefs and credentials for providing evidence and believability of why you are the one that should be providing that information, and you differentiate how you distribute those in different places on LinkedIn but everywhere else, you will then be able to be far more effective in sales, changing beliefs, and then being the one that they believe can actually solve their problem for them. Like I always say, go try this out. I know I'm right with this one. See how you go and see how your results are different than what they were before. Let me know how you go with it. Love hearing feedback. And until we talk next time, I hope you have a fantastic day, and goodbye. Thanks for listening. And if you like what was on here and want more, please go to orenprunken.com.